Welcome along to ATTV. We have with us Bek Keat, and it looks like you're the favourite going into the race. Tell me, does that put a little bit of pressure on you, or you don't really listen to all the hype and all that?
Oh, well, it's kind of like that in Shepparton, and it seemed to work. So I guess coming back here, having a first and a second here, I knew that there would be a little bit of pressure. But for me, it's just sort of about enjoying the last race of the season. So I think I'm really going to enjoy that, not having any pressure of like expectation of times or how fast or, you know, that sort of thing. So yeah, it's always nice to finish in a place like Busselton as well, finish your season.
Absolutely. It is a gorgeous place. The weather isn't so great at the moment. We're actually looking out to the water and it's pretty choppy out there.
I can see a fin just past that jetty, is that? I have heard rumours.
The great white shark?
There's a 4 metre great white at the end of the jetty.
It's true. That's what we're using, that race tactic.
I was swimming yesterday. Mum was walking along the jetty going, Bek, Bek. And I didn't know what she meant, but she meant get out, there's a shark. So I just scrambled over to the edge and climbed up the ladder.
She's a good mum, always got your back. Let's go back to Shep the other week. You had a blinder of a run over that course. You said you struggled on the bike a little bit. It was a bit of a sufferfest because you hadn't been doing much since Kona, but your run was out of this world and scored you the race course record. How you feel? How have you pulled up from Shep, and do you think you've got your run legs in you for Busso on Sunday?
Yeah, out of this world. I don't know about that one, but it was pretty good for me on that course. It was the quickest by a couple of minutes. So I think I was just relieved to get off the bike because the two girls in front just pushed. They really pushed the pace, and I thought, God, I feel like I'm riding really well, but I just could not bridge the gap between myself and Lisa. So when I got off to run, I was a bit nervous that I'd put it out there a bit much on the bike, but I think Lisa had put it out there a little bit much too. So I felt pretty strong, and I felt good the last 10K as well, which is good for me because normally that's when I start fatiguing or cramping. So fingers crossed, I feel like that on Sunday.
And you won back here in 04. Yep. And then there was long time ago. How do you compare yourself as an athlete back then to these days?
I definitely had, it was my first one and I just didn't expect anything. I did everything perfect. Even my friend said to me, don't shave your legs the night before the race. You know, it takes energy to grow back the hairs. And I'm like, really? So I was doing stupid things like that, the 0.0001%. But I just had an amazing day, and I did a 9:02, and I was still trying to work out how the hell I went that fast. But I think the one thing was the transition was much closer. It's about a 5 or 6 minute transition this time, so I think you can add about 10 minutes onto your split. I worked out from the transitions, and the original 04 one, our transition was literally just across the side from the swim. So anyway, that's not a very good excuse, but I feel like I'm definitely in better form than then. But with the wind and the heat, it was pretty hot that day, but we didn't hardly have any wind. I remember there was no wind, so if there's no wind, definitely pretty sure I could probably go on 9 hours on a good day, but wind like this, there's no way. Yeah.
Well, we're going to wish you luck. Have a great race out there on Sunday, and we'll be cheering for you. One last thing, any tips for the age groupers out there?
Yeah, actually, I've got 2 of my gorgeous athletes racing, Mikey Hand and Maddie Sherlock. It's their first one, and I'm so proud of them. They just look really great. I saw them met them in person for the first time actually yesterday, and I'm so pumped for them. I'm so stoked that, you know, this is the only sport where you can actually race with your fellow compatriots that aren't professionals, and it's just amazing. Like no other sport you can do that. So being a 4-lap run, I'm pretty excited. I'm going to have them at least running beside me for a little bit. Hopefully they won't stay with me for too long, but I'm hoping I can have a bit of company on the run and cheer them on. So I've given them a few tips. Mostly just get your nutrition in. You've done the work, and you just got to remember to eat. I'm going to set my watch every 20 minutes and just get something in every 20 minutes, because if you don't do that, so time gets away, and being a 4-lap run, you can get excited with the crowd, so you've got to keep that nutrition going in.
Fantastic. Thanks, Bek. All the best.
Thanks, Steffi. I'm glad you're not riding, because you nearly outsplit me in Shepparton, so thank God you're not doing the bike this time.